With Thanksgiving around the corner, family dysfunction is on many of our minds. But in one courtroom today, it's at a different level entirely. A mother of 5 accused of enlisting 2 hitmen to try to kill her husband. But this pernicious pair, not exactly pros. No, they were family. You could call it an inside job. Why they allegedly plotted to kill him and how they got caught after he survived is the stuff movies are made of. It's part of our series, Crime and Punishment.
Robert Bessie is the worst kind of witness if you're on trial for attempted murder. He's the alleged victim, and he's alive.
I felt a hot sensation here and towards the back of my neck.
Bessie testified in the trial of his ex-wife, Amy, now accused of recruiting her own brother and son to kill Robert weeks before their divorce was final, and weeks before she might no longer be eligible to collect on his $250,000 life insurance policy.
The only thing they didn't plan for was for Robert to survive, which he did.
Prosecutors say it all started when the Bessie's marriage of 18 years fell apart in Las Vegas, Nevada. Robert was driving to his job at 4:35 in the morning when he heard a loud sound and felt a distinct pain in his neck.
I'm on the highway, I'm still conscious.
In court, his 911 call was played for jurors.
I don't know if I get shot but I'm bleeding like hell.
Would it be fair to say, doctor, that Robert Bessie's lucky to be alive today?
Extremely lucky.
Bessie later recalled being chased by a gold SUV, which then pulled alongside his car. So what led the police to Amy's son and brother? Following up on a tip, police found security footage of a gold SUV stopped at this gas station convenience store not far from the scene of the shooting, just an hour before Bessie was shot. And on that video, Amy's brother Richard Pearson, an ex-con, and her son Michael can be seen making a purchase.
Did you have any idea that Michael and Rick had been out to that Chevron?
No, I didn't.
In an audio recording played in court, Amy Bessie appeared surprised when police told her that her husband had been shot and survived.
I see you're upset.
But prosecutors say she wasn't actually surprised at all, that she had already told a friend that her brother was responsible.
How do we know that that's a feigned surprise? Because remember, prior to that interview, before she'd ever been told by detective majors or investigators that her husband had been shot, she already had told Julie that her son Michael was innocent and that her brother Rick was actually the guilty one.
What leads people to think they're going to get away with it?
That just goes to how amateur people are, and they've watched television, and they think they can be one step beyond law enforcement by pulling together some folks, and they'll never get caught. They don't think down the road. They're only thinking about the goal, and the goal is the insurance money.
Robert Bessie testified that he moved out after her son Michael, from a previous marriage, who he had adopted, made their married life difficult.
Michael Bessie, he identifies in the surveillance video.
Maybe the most damning piece of physical evidence was a text message the defendant's brother allegedly sent to his sister.
I love it when a plan comes together just 6 hours prior to Robert being shot in the head.
It seems in a lot of these cases they look to a kind of degenerate relative to say, hey, you've been in prison, will you help?
They go to somebody who bumbles it, but they always end up talking to people. They text, they send emails, they get caught in a cell phone conversation, and so it's almost like Hansel and Gretel. They leave this trail of crumbs from the crime scene to themselves.
Today, Courtney Smith, a former friend of Amy Bessie, testified that Amy had tried something else first, asking her to kill Robert Bessie.
She had made the comment that he was worth more dead than alive.
After the shooting, Smith said Amy blamed her brother for botching the job.
She said if her tweaker brother hadn't stopped to get an energy drink, they would have never gotten caught.
If convicted, Bessie could now face up to 91 years behind bars. All 3 family members have pleaded not guilty to attempted murder.